Welcome to Every Disney Fairy, where we go over every Disney fairy. Today's fairy is Rosetta from the books. Rosetta is a garden fairy, and her house is full of flowers, both inside and out. She has two main title books in the Pixie Hollow Tales series, Rosetta's Dress Mess and Rosetta's Daring Day. Rosetta's Daring Day has her drawn in a different art style than we see later on in both the books and the movie franchise. In this book, Fawn invites Rosetta to play Acorn Ball, but sports just aren't her thing. The rejection clearly hurts Fawn, so Rosetta offers for her to come by later after the game to give her a play-by-play. When a squirrel won't leave Rosetta alone, she interrupts the game to ask Fawn to figure out what's going on with the crazy squirrel. Ronnie tags along. After talking with the squirrel, Fawn realizes the squirrel's not crazy, but there is a fire. Ronnie and Fawn both jump into action while Rosetta tries not to get dirty and smoky. Afterwards, they confront Rosetta about not helping, and she lies that she couldn't find the moth that they had asked her for. Thinking to herself, that is so like Fawn, she doesn't even care about my flowers. Some fairies are just so selfish. The next day, Rosetta is invited to dinner with the Queen, and she is absolutely thrilled. Fawn comes over with the same invite, but a completely different reaction. She absolutely does not want to go and would rather go play with the skunks than get dressed up. Rosetta makes her a deal. If Fawn lets Rosetta dress her up for the day and go out for the evening, then she will go with Fawn tomorrow and do whatever she wants. Rosetta gets a new violet dress made by the Sewing Talent Fairies, and she takes Fawn to get the rest of the evening's essentials: shoes, jewelry, perfume, and stockings. According to Rosetta, the most comfortable pair of shoes are rose petal slippers. At dinner, Rosetta gushes over how great everyone looks and calls over Tink, Ronnie, and Fira. Vidya comes by and tells Rosetta she looks like a plum, but gives her first ever compliment to Fawn. This does not sit right with Rosetta. She's having a terrible time. No one has complimented her at all, and Vidya even insulted her while complimenting Fawn right in front of her. Things start looking up when the Queen's helper Grace comes by to ask Rosetta to sit with the Queen. Fawn immediately tells her no, she's sitting with us, and sends her away, making Rosetta quite angry. But the Queen does come over herself to join them. Rosetta gets incredibly nervous around the Queen. She thinks that she is the most beautiful fairy who has ever lived. She wants to say something witty to her, but she can't think of anything off the top of her head. Rosetta spends the entire dinner worrying that Fawn is going to embarrass her, but the Queen seems to be taking quite a liking to Fawn. The Queen announces that the dinner was to honor the fairies for helping in the fire, and Rosetta is stunned when she's not mentioned at all. She wants to be happy for Fawn, but she just isn't. The next day, Fawn wakes up Rosetta for her end of the deal. Rosetta tries to get her to take a rain check, but no dice. Fawn takes Rosetta frog riding, and she actually finds the POV of a frog quite beautiful. But all of that is tarnished as she gets tossed into the water, able to save only one shoe. With Rosetta's wings now wet, Fawn suggests that they pick wild strawberries. Things do not go well again, and she starts to get angry at Fawn. When finally they spot the berries, things start to look up, but a spider ruins the moment, causing Rosetta to finally tell Fawn how she's felt about the day. Fawn is caught off guard thinking that they were having fun, and she tries to cheer Rosetta up on the way home, but ends up falling and getting trapped in a hole. Rosetta starts trying to help, but after seeing all the worms and bugs, tells her she can't reach. Fawn knows this is a load of crap and tells her, hey, it's okay, we're friends, I understand, go get back. Rosetta starts to go get back, but turns around and saves her friend instead. Despite the bugs and the mud, she ends up getting Fawn out of the hole. Rosetta gets an invitation to see the Queen ASAP. She finds Fawn telling the Queen about how she helped her out of the hole, and she is presented with one of the medals and a feast in her honor.